Hello and welcome to the Lard Island Advent Calendar. It's the 11th of December and you're stuck with me today. So I'm introducing myself. We've got an interesting question today. I think one that I prefer more to what do you think you're great at writing in rules, which is a bit self-congratulatory. But I think this one's much more interesting. It's what aspect of your rules do you think people overlook that could improve their gameplay or their game enjoyment? I think that's a really, really important one. Learning a set of rules is a journey of discovery. It's not just about what the rules are, what the rules say, but also how to get the best out of them. Now, for the former, what do the rules say? What are the rules? It should be about clarity and transparency when we write those rules down. For the latter, how to get the best out of the game, how to become a great player, I tend to want the players to find that out for themselves. And a lot of that is about what works for them when it comes to playing the way they want to play and how they get the most from the game. I try to create rules that are nuanced and that encourage a journey of discovery as you go through the first stage of saying what are the rules and then try to discover how to master them. The best games will often use the tagline, easy to learn, difficult to master. It's cliche. Of course it is. But I think there's the joy to be had when you really play a cracking game where you make everything come together in a coordinated manner. Should be palpable. It should be difficult to master the game to the point where you are, approaching 100% satisfied with your performance. There's a wonderful quote. I've got a book here, actually. Welsh Guards at War by Major L.F. Ellis, who has a string of awards after his name. And the book was written in 1946. And there's a chapter in there where they are fighting on the Piccolo Mountain, where the narrative story of the battalion is really interesting and I think informative. It says, after further artillery preparation, Major Gibson Watts' company started up the hill just before 6 o'clock in the evening, duly passed through the Coldstream positions and attacked eastwards along the ridge. The leading platoon was led by Sergeant Elford Morgan, who gave a textbook demonstration of attack by fire and movement. The main objective was a peak of rocks in which the enemy had several machine guns. Disregarding his own safety when necessary to give personal orders to his section commanders, Morgan manoeuvred his platoon steadily forward, saving many casualties by his calm and determined conduct. His initiative and quick grasp of changing situations were invaluable assets to his company, and it was largely due to his courage and self-discipline that this strong position was captured and held. And I think what we're seeing there is something in view of the fact that that was a book published in 1946 and written by people who were involved with and veterans of the fighting. I think we can see there is that fire and movement is something that all units train to achieve, but it's not easy to get right. And it's noteworthy that this display of tactical perfection was so high in terms of its achievement and possibly so unique that it was worth commenting on. And that is in a book where that is really the only mention of perfect fire and movement tactics in the whole 6 years of war. When they achieve perfection, they know it. And that's what we should be aspiring to when we play Chain of Command, of course, but also any other set of rules. In Infamy, there is the same emphasis on drill and the role of the centurion in trying to maximise the efficiency of the troops by getting them to go through their skills and drills in a manner that maximises the damage they cause whilst minimising the losses they suffer. For example, They put their shields up when the enemy unleashes the missiles. But when the charge comes, the shields go down, the ranks are closed, and they brace for when they receive the charge. The Optio is there, holding the ranks firm as the ferocity of the enemy attack burns out. And then the ranks open and the legionaries come out swinging and carving their way through the barbarian ranks. It's using skills and drills in a way that maximises your performance. It's the same in sharp practice as the French column crashes out the pas de charge on the drum as they attempt to get to close quarters with the red-coated line that is equally fervently trying to achieve the 3 rounds a literary minute that we've all read about and send the French running before the column crunches into that fragile line. And when it comes to game design, for me, it's not good enough to give one force or another a +1 that allows them perfect drill every time. It's a case of providing the drills and allowing them to try to achieve that same perfection that the Welsh Guards achieved and were rightly proud of. When you get it right, it's a joy to behold, and doubly so because you as the player have had to work hard to achieve it. It's not just being gifted to you because you get +2 for shooting because your coat happens to be red. So whatever set of my rules you're playing, look to your troop characteristics and use them. These are the drills that your men have been trained to work with, and they're the ones that will help them win. This is what elevates them from being inch-high metal men to being a British rifleman or a Wehrmacht MG42 gunner or a Welsh Guardsman or a German barbarian on the Rhine. They fight best when you get them to do the stuff that historically they did the best, stuff that they're most comfortable with, stuff that they've trained to do. In chain of command, don't just move or fire. Look at suppressing fire. Look at overwatch. Look at tactical movement. Look at reposition. Look at running for that next tactical bound, but hitting the dirt when you get there. The same with step out or drill or sharp practice options in sharp practice. The right tactical choices are there on the menu in all of the rule sets that I've written. And you can choose any one you want. Making the correct choices in every particular situation is what will elevate you from an average player to an experienced leader. And sometimes, just sometimes, it might see you achieve greatness that is as tangible as Sergeant Morgan when skirmishing forward across Mount Piccolo in Italy with his Welsh Guardsmen.